Hello viewers and welcome to the second episode of Talking Politics with Dotun Oladipo. As we entered into the studio this third day of June 2022 for the recording of this program, Nigeria's President, Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari, is above the Nigerian Air Force Jet 1, flying him to Nigeria from Spain, where he has been on official visit, a state visit since June 1. His return is expected to bring about a flurry of political activities, especially as it concerns who emerges the flag bearer of his party, the All Progressives Congress, which goes to its primaries on June 6. It is expected that by June 8, 2022, the process would have been completed. But shortly before the president left, he did give us what appeared to be a lot for Nigerians to chew, especially his party members, and more especially the leaders of the party, including governors, the National Working Committee of the APC, and those who control the levers of the party. His arrival, therefore, is expected to usher in a lot of horse trading, consolidation of positions already taken by some interested groups, and so much more. Before the president left, he met with the governors elected on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, who have come together on the platform of the Progressive Congress Forum. At that meeting, President Muhammadu Buhari was very clear about his intention to produce his successor. He told the governors at that meeting, and I quote him, "In keeping with the established internal politics of the party, and as we approach the convention in a few days, therefore, I wish to solicit the reciprocity and support of the governors and other stakeholders in picking my successor, who will fly the flag of our party for election into the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. That statement, among others, has resulted in a lot of meetings, horse trading, and media war since the president left the country on May 31, 2022, and arrived in Madrid, Spain, in the early hours of June 1, 2023. Between then and now, a lot of things have happened on the political scene in Nigeria. We will take them one after the other, because these are issues that will have far-reaching effects on the polity and on the politics ahead of the 2023 election. First was what happened in Bauchi State. The Bauchi State governor, as we are all aware, was a contender for the presidential ticket of the People's Democratic Party, where ultimately he stepped down for the party's flag bearer, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and then opted to return to his state to continue as governor and seek a second term. But before that happened, the secretary to the Bauchi State government had resigned from office, contested for the party's ticket, that is of the PDP, and was elected at the primaries as the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party. Here we are talking about Ibrahim Kashim. Once Bala Mohammed lost the tickets at the presidential primaries, he returned to the state, and in a few hours, Ibrahim Kashim told the whole world that for personal reasons, he was going to drop his gubernatorial ambition. And he has since done, with the party announcing June 4 for another primaries in the state. And quickly also, Governor Bala Mohammed has reappointed Kashim as the secretary to the state government. In that wise, a lot of people are still looking in the direction of Sokoto State, where the governor, Amir Tambuwa, also dropped his ambition to become president shortly before the commencement of the PDP primaries. Since the end of the primaries, nothing has been heard from Tambuwa, and this has led to some permutations in the party about his next move after leaving office. Will he go on to become a senator? Is he waiting for the party to win at the federal level and go on to serve in another capacity, whether as the chief of staff to the president or as the secretary to the government of the federation? That waits to be seen. The other issue, which has continued to be of relevance in the polity, has been what happened, those developments after the president made his position known that he wants to produce his successor. The very first was that the governors of the APC on the platform of the Progressive Governors Forum met after the president left for Spain. And the biggest news from that meeting was the fact that the governors have resolved to produce a successor to the president from among their fold. That has not been officially confirmed by the PGF with either a statement or an official pronouncement by one of them. But indeed, there are governors in that party who have bought their forms to run in the presidential race. At the top of that list is the Ekiti State Governor and Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Dr. Kayode Fayemi. So also do we have the Ebonyi State Governor, David Umahi, and others. We also have the Kogi State Governor, who is also not in any way reducing the pace of his campaign, and the number of endorsements he's getting virtually every day keeps increasing. That is Yahaya Bello. There are lots and lots of them. We wait to see what happens as the president returns, and if they will, in their own resolve, as a result of their own resolve, be able to tell President Muhammadu Buhari that they want to produce a successor among them. The reason for this is not far-fetched. Since the emergence of Atiku Abubakar as the presidential candidate of the PDP, there have been talks here and there that the only way the APC can match the PDP in the next election is to have a northern candidate. There have also been those who have argued that the counterbalance is to have a southern candidate. But it appears to be more skewed in favor of those arguing that the president's thinking may have been narrowed to having a northern candidate to confront Atiku Abubakar of the PDP. And in that wise, in the last few days, a few things appeared to have confirmed or buttressed that position. And thus, 4 names have come up on the list of those who are likely going to make the short list to be presented to the president on his return. And for him to also see if that shortlist, any one of it, falls on the candidate he has in mind. Who are these 4 northerners? We have the governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. We have a former governor of Zamfara State, Ahmad Yarima. We have another former governor, Muhammadu Buhari. And then we have the president of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan. In fact, some of the observers of the political developments in the country have said that the president of the Senate is so sure of his getting the endorsement of the president that he said in his last outing in the media, categorically, and told members of the party that he met to sell himself to be voted for at the primaries, that the next time he's going to be addressing them, he will be doing so as the presidential candidate of the APC. And just on June 2, after dilly-dallying for so much, he has set up a very strong campaign organization that has the chief whip of the Senate and former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor, as the director general. This, some have argued, goes a long way to show how serious Ahmad Lawan has become about the Senate presidency. But on the other side, the Kogi State governor is also getting a lot of endorsements and still going around selling himself to the world. One of the strongest points of the governor, some have argued, has been that he started early. But some have also said he's the candidate of the First Lady, Hajiya Aisha Buhari. We wait to see how this works out. This is in the face of the argument that it is the son of the South to produce the president after President Muhammadu Buhari has spent 8 years in office. But from what we learned, there are moves to placate the South in the event that the president decides on a northern candidate. We've heard that both the governors of Lagos and Ogun states, that is Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Dapo Abiodun, have been persuaded to have one of the states produce the president of the Senate in the next dispensation. So what has been done is to tell Sanwo-Olu to find a way of replacing the candidate of the APC for the Lagos Central Senatorial District poll, that is Wasiu Eshilokun, with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, so that he can come into the chamber as a ranking member of the National Assembly and become the Senate President. If that fails, the party will then turn in the direction of Ogun State, where the governor, Dapo Abiodun, also has the task of telling his chief of staff to step down for a former governor of the state and incumbent senator, Ibikunle Amosun, to return to the Senate so that he could also, having spent a term earlier in the Senate, become the Senate president. But the South is certainly not giving up. And this position was well documented by one of the presidential aspirants of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, when he met with party members and leaders in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, on June 2, and said it categorically that it is the turn of the South, and that whatever it will take, the South will produce the president. He was also very clear when he said it that President Muhammadu Buhari owes him a good turn because he has also done so for him in the past. When the president lost 3 elections in a row and vowed not to contest again, he said he went into Kaduna, where the president lived then, to persuade him and tell him that it was time to run again. And run he did in 2015, and he won. Here, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu speak largely in Yoruba language to his audience in Abeokuta.
Tí ó bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí tẹlifíṣàn pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bá Kaduna wà rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹkún kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àdúró tiẹ̀ wà á dẹ̀ wọlé. Nǹkan kan ní pé o ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ṣeré. Ó dẹ̀ gbà. Àtijọ́ tó yẹ ti débẹ̀, mi ò gba mínísítà, mi ò gba contract, mi ì tọrọ ọbẹ̀, mi ì tọrọ gàrí, mi ì tọrọ fúra lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, mi ì dẹ̀ ìyàwó ń bẹ̀. Mo wá ní lọ́tẹ̀ yìí o, Yorùbá ló kàn. Tá a bá dẹ̀ sa Yorùbá náà, èmi ló kàn. Eléyìí tí mo protect àwọn ọmọ tí mo gbé dání tó, èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe present. Mi ò fẹ́ kàn pa mí mọ́tàn.
It is just not only that the Southerners are doing. They are also looking in the direction of strengthening other parties that could provide a platform for them to snatch the presidency from the North. The Social Democratic Party is being looked at as an option for the South. So also, is there a flurry of move in the direction of the Labour Party, where Peter Obi has emerged as the presidential candidate? Just today, the former national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Victor Ume, has abandoned the party and joined the Labour Party. The next few days, and certainly the next 1 week, when all parties are expected to have concluded their primaries, we say a lot, the direction in which the country will be heading in 2023. Don't forget, you have an opportunity to contribute to this program, either with a 2-minute video clip sent to info@theeagleonline.com.ng. Again, info@theeagleonline.com.ng, or an email of not more than 500 words to the same email address, info@theeagleonline.com.ng. We expect all contributions to be civil. Thank you for joining us on this episode. By the time we return with episode 3, we should be back with what the APC has done with its convention, how successful it was, and all the movements that are likely to have happened and will still happen after that primaries. I am Dotun Oladipo, the host, Talking Politics with Dotun Oladipo.